Welcome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Casual Esports Amateur League. I am Ansem571 with a returning caster.
Me, Peanut. Hi, hey, hello.
And the host for tonight will be Shadow. So if you have any complaints on the stream, at Shadow2097. But with that being said, we have Ace Venturas against aggressive Enchanters. Now, both teams going into tonight have 0 wins under their belts. So one of them will have guaranteed at least 1 game win, if not 2 tonight. So let's see who is going to craft the finest tank of this division this series.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I actually looked into the schedule a little bit, and I may be incorrect here, but I think the aggressive enchanters played a series in week 2 and won the series. I don't know if I'm 100% on that, but either
Oh,
way,
then
it should be
I may
exciting.
be, I may be incorrect then. Let me see.
Yeah, it was a
Ah,
little
yes,
awkward. I had to do some digging.
yes, they did actually. I would like to blame my support staff for not marking that as such. Um, yes, they did win against Gags Gaming for week 2. So never mind what I said about the tank. We're going to see who can actually climb up to the top now with this series then.
Yeah, and the Ace Venturas had a bye last week, so they are the team 0-2, kind of on their back foot, not having a win yet. But I do believe that works in their favor just because it gives them a little bit more ammunition or time to not only practice, but there's now more footage on the aggressive enchanters as both of their series were streamed. So they'll have a little bit more to kind of study and game plan a little bit.
Agreed. I believe we do have one substitute tonight in aggressive enchanters mid lane. Um, oh, sorry, Ace Ventura's mid lane.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury back from the dead to serenade us with his beautiful voice. Also, his fantastic league gameplay. And again, it's tough because you want as much practice as you can, and then come game time, you unfortunately have to have a sub. So hopefully they've gotten their fair share of experience or practice playing with Freddie Mercury. Because again, they are kind of on their back foot going into this series.
All right, well, we've introduced them enough. Let's go ahead and start into the pro draft. When both teams are ready, we are ready to go ahead and get underway. Let's get it.
Outstanding. And I think notably in the pro draft, just kind of off the top, is in the top lane picks. They both like to play the tanky bruisers, so it's going to be exciting to see how they ban and how they pick around some of those tank picks.
Yeah, and with several of the nerfs to the Bruiser's top lane, you can see more tanks coming out, more than just Ornn or Scion, but those are still the primary tank top laners. But as we start into the draft, we do see a Senna and a Nunu banned as the first couple bans. Aggressive enchanters, they're hovering over the Ornn ban. They actually both top laners could have picked Ornn, but they prioritized something else, I guess, tonight instead.
Yeah, and it
With
seems
that,
like
oh, sorry, go ahead.
they want to prioritize, like they don't want to be forced into first picking the Orn. So rather than giving it over to J Rob, they just want to, against, I guess, just take off the board completely.
Yeah, because Ornn does have quite a number of bad matchups, but he, I guess they just decided, as you said, they have other priorities for tonight. And now second AD carry being banned on aggressive enchanters in Kaisa.
Yeah, we've seen in the past few games for the aggressive enchanters, they had been prioritizing some of these AD carry bans, and then they jump into a fairly safe lane in like long range champions like Jinx or Caitlyn, supporting or like supplementing with a Morgana or tankier, or I guess just safer supports there. So I think they do play a lot around their bottom lane, and it looked like the Ace Venturas know that as that ban popped up briefly to be a Caitlyn. So I think they want to take that power pick away.
Ooh, and they missed a ban on the side of AV. I guess that they were just maybe they'll try it, maybe they won't. Yeah, looking in the chat here, they do say that they wanted to try that to be a Caitlyn ban, which doesn't impact the first pick. So Veigar is still fine for the lock-in. Leona picked up for the bot lane, coupled with the misfortune. That's a pretty bad lane to have to go into. At this point, I would think yes, the Morgana pickup. You want to be able to get away from that. That is not a friendly time.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, a comfort pick for Autumn Gamer in that Morgana. Misfortune, as we know, very strong right now with the double up or even the slow on her make it rain. And then Leona having so much engage. Just that Morgana pick is going to be very,
Oh, the
very
set
strong.
was left open, and Enchanters will pick it up in the just before the end of the first round of picks.
Yeah, so a new champion, and I believe we all know, having played solo queue or with our friends, that he is a little overtuned. So
That
it's going to be
W is
exciting to see.
a little overtuned.
Yeah,
I like it, in the next patch. If there isn't a nerf to that W, then I'm not going to be playing solo queue. Like
there.
I'm just going to save my LP and not do that.
Right, right. There actually is. I believe he's getting a slight nerf on the damage
Wait,
that it does.
wait.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's an interesting Caitlyn ban. Uh, Considering they technically already banned the Caitlyn. They really don't want to see Caitlyn.
They really don't want to see it.
They're just like no, just no Caitlyn. They're probably talking in their chat. It's like, wait, didn't we just ban Caitlyn? It's like, oh man, you're right.
Yeah, that is a bit awkward. So we'll have to, I guess, monitor that and see how they wanted to play that out because we have seen issues
Well,
before
they've
here.
already passed through, so unfortunately they are unable to change it now. So for those of you at home who do not know some of the rules, you are allowed to make one of those kinds of mistakes in the draft, but after the first one, you just kind of have to let it go as it is.
Oh, okay, interesting. So yeah, so it looks like they are just going to miss out on a ban, and we see the aggressive enchanters, excuse me, targeting really just the AD carries and then the tanks. They don't want a
They don't
big
want
beefy front
engagement.
line.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And Amumu is just that safe jungle pick for lower elo games. I'm platinum, and in the finals for Shurima last season, which was gold platinum, Amumu was picked all 5 games. It's just a really, really good tank and engagement tool. Do see the Jinx picked up on the side of aggressive enchanters. And AV, they are looking pretty AP heavy right now. Probably looking for that tank in the top lane. Olaf, I believe that's going to be the jungle, so Set's going to go top lane this game.
Yeah, Olaf should make his way into the jungle, and a strong pick in Echo. We all know right now Echo really topping the charts as just being this
Yes.
huge powerhouse in the jungle. And then we see
So,
the Cho'Gath rounding things out. And
okay, so I'm sorry to cut. I do
no,
not
go ahead.
agree with the draft of Ace Venturas because you have picked now 3 high scaling AP damage dealers. Cho'Gath is probably going to be building tank, but still does magic damage into a Morgana. If she decides to be smart this game and put a second point into her E early, you will never be able to touch one of their carries.
Yeah, that black shield is going to be a huge hindrance across the board. But uh, fortunately for the Ace Venturas, she can only black shield one target. So hopefully she's able to get it on the priority target. And I would imagine that would be in the Jinx. And then Vigar using the Event Horizon can just keep everybody else safe because that's a huge stun.
Yep. And as I was saying before, so with the Morgana shield, I actually like playing like standard support champions like the Leona, Thresh, Nautilus into that because and people are thinking that I'm crazy, obviously, but no. Um, so there are one or two abilities with each of those champions that you can instantly get rid of her shield on if she doesn't max it first, or at the very least put a second point pre-level 6. You don't have to make the catches with Morgana in this game early. You just need to keep your carry safe. So Morgana, if you're listening out there, I would highly suggest you put a second point into your E before you put a second point into your Q. I'm just saying it may save your carry.
Yeah, and the rest of their team, it's they definitely lose on the engagement side of things. They have the set and the Olaf to kind of be the tanky front line, but
Mhm.
that set ultimate can be so scary because if you use it wrong, you're just right
Oh,
on the back line in the middle of everybody, and there's not much follow up unless you're going to have your team flashing forward. The only real person that's going to be in there with them is going to be the Olaf.
so I just realized that they have picked set and they picked a Cho'Gath into the set. That is the interaction that was highlighted as you don't want to have this happen.
I'm pretty sure that was actually in the champion spotlight that he was ulting Cho'Gath onto the enemy
Onto a
AD carry
Baron.
and just
No,
deleting somebody.
onto a Baron. For those of you who have a moment or two, look up Vandril set ultimate Cho'Gath. He is known on YouTube for game-breaking bugs just being found randomly. And what he did was he had a Cho'Gath just stack like 10 stacks of his passive and had set ult onto him, and it did like on PvE, mind you. It did like 5,000 damage to Baron.
Jeez.
Like that's not okay, guys. A balanced team, if you're hearing me, I really don't think that's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and
wait, where'd the other bands go?
that is an interesting question. But fortunately, we do use the Pro Draft tool. So that is something that we can look into and maybe in the next champion select because everybody here is sticking to the honor system and trusting one another. And now that we have a 3-minute delay, I just want to take one step back towards
Oh, they made the mistake. Ah.
uh
So this is draft mode, not tournament mode. So for
oh
those of you creating drafts for these games, the difference between draft and tournament mode is one, you get 5 bans, and two, you actually have a pause feature in tournament draft. And that can be very critical as, Comcast is a great internet provider, as well as maybe your computer just accidentally got splashed with some water, so you need to restart it and get a new computer, but they don't have that option in this game. They kind of just have to let it play out as it happens.
yeah, that knock on wood. Hopefully
Knock
that
on wood.
doesn't happen for either team because yeah, that is a super unfortunate feature to be missing out on. But back to these teams and the game and all of the knowledge that we should have about this video game. We're talking about Set ulting Cho'Gath. And the reason
And that
that
is going
you
to be a scary thing.
yes, the reason being Set does, I believe it's 40% of the target's bonus health. So in those champions like Cho'Gath who are stacking off of the ultimate, stacking off of the items,
Mhm.
he's going to get more value out of that ultimate on everybody around. Whereas if he was to ult Misfortune, she's not going to have much extra health unless she's building that Black Cleaver or something like that.
Yeah. And also with like the only other champion that scales as well with health is Scion. Like those are the two like prime targets for Set to ult, and he got at least one of them. So we're going to see some deletions this game from Set.
Yeah, absolutely. The positioning for Misfortune is going to be huge because although that Cho'Gath is going to be the primary target, there's going to be three beefy targets. As the game goes later, Kassadin gets mighty tanky himself, and then you've got Cho'Gath and Leona as well. So there's going to be three real targets that he can use.
And since Cho'Gath is going to be playing front to back, at least I would think so. He is going to be the front line, and everybody else is going to be in the back line waiting for him to get like a silence or a knock up.
Yeah,
So
I'm very nervous to see how the team for the aggressive enchanters is gonna play out just because again, they outside of the set ulting in and Olaf just running past everybody, they don't really have too much engage. So they might be trying to start fights off with picks from the Vigar shield or even Morgana bindings. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out as we get later into the game.
but let's go ahead and get into the game first off.
Loading in, let's go.
And everybody watch the stream. Watch it. Are we watching it? I want to see that animation. Give me that animation.
I'm excited for this one again. Freddie Mercury is subbing in for the Aced Venturas. So we'll have to see how he fares in the mid lane.
Ten seconds. No, but sync up at 10. Or something else. Okay. But yeah, so it's going to be on the Morgana this game. I feel like while yes, Set is going to be a monster, just dunking Cho'Gath on the rest of his team. Uh, it's going to be up to Morgana to actually shield up, probably as you mentioned, Jinx, since Vhagar can always build a Banshee's Veil. Jinx is not going to build an Edge of Night. It's just that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't expect to see that build coming out, but supplementing that, Morgana can Black Shield this set before he ults in, and that could help mitigate some of the damage or the CC that he might receive. So that way
Well,
he is
that's
able
what
to
his
kind of
W
run
is for.
freely.
That's what his W is for.
True, very, very true. Just smashing people in the face and getting a a health bar worth of shield.
And a full damage worth of his health bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true damage.
Like that W, like Riot, please nerf that W. That is not okay.
Yeah, I believe in the upcoming patches, the cooldowns get nerfed and the base damage as it levels is getting nerfed, but it's very minuscule. The damage nerf. I think the cooldown is going to be the worst, the
And
biggest
that's
hit.
nothing because it's going to be you just need to hit the first one and then you're good.
Exactly.
Riot, you don't know how to balance. 200 years of collective gaming experience, by the way. Or game design experience. Yep. Alright. We're going underway. Let's see. So I kind of like looking and seeing what everybody likes to start with. Um, Morgana actually went for the AD Relic Shield, not the AP. Looking to do a little bit more damage on the autos.
Leona, correct?
Leona, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was like, I got my items mixed up. I don't know what's going on. We're actually seeing maybe something cheesy
Ooh,
here
ooh,
coming out of the aggressive
they got it.
enchanters.
Oh, and Echo found him. It's like, get out of my jungle.
Oh, he flashes
Wait,
in,
what
finds the
was
stun onto
that?
Olaf. They're looking for something
Wait, but they
here. Now Olaf
missed.
getting low, forced to flash
Uh-oh.
away. A beautiful shield though, or
Cho'Gath.
a beautiful
Oh
Echo
boy.
getting dangerously low. This could be the first blood here. Minions are spawning. Is who's gonna fall? Set picks it up, and Misfortune grabs a trade kill.
Yes,
And I
so
would say, I mean, overall, a pretty successful invade there.
yeah, so Set did pick up the first blood, and that is not a good thing Cho'Gath to have to deal with.
Yeah, Echo, they're on a ward, so yeah, looks like the aggressive enchanters just want to play with him a little bit more. Echo does not clear extremely well, and now that he's at half health, he has to be careful.
And no flash.
And no
Because
flash.
he
I wonder.
that was an interesting one to see him just flash back into the parallel convergence. Because he didn't even have 5 people there to back him up on it.
Yeah, might have been a little bit of miscommunication. It definitely could have been cool had they been ready for him to go back in, but ultimately that was kind of what sealed their fate. He wasn't the member that died, but he immediately had to get out of the fight after that being chunked down.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised he didn't die from that, and it was the Leona that actually ended up going down.
Yeah, a nice little bit of damage on the bottom side. Morgana able to thread the needle there, and Olaf actually started at his blue and ran up to Echo's red, knowing he was going to do a full clear on the bottom side. So once Echo gets over there, he's going to see that that is gone.
Echo is not going to be a happy person. And Cho'Gath is pushed way too far up without no.
Yeah, should be fairly free.
Has no mana. This is a free gank. All right.
Yep. Olaf and Cho'Gath, yeah, nowhere to go, no mana. He does hit level 3, but he should just be run down here. He's going to try to trade some damage back, but
So
Voltron Gaming.
So 200 IQ play actually would have been for him to immediately because Set had already used his pull, and Olaf doesn't have any crowd control to stop the teleport. So
That is true.
He could have done something cheeky to get out of there, but he foregone it and just accepted it.
Yeah, now level 3 for the bottom lane of the aggressive enchanters, and
the
Leona
double.
now in a lot of trouble. The ignite is on, and Greedy grabs one for himself. So Leona now 0-2-1 in that bottom lane, and that does not feel good.
Yeah, aggressive enchanters are actually putting some damage in there.
Yeah, this the pressure is on.
Bindings, I gotta admit, pretty good bindings. So.
Yeah, she's just been able to thread the needle, it seemed like, in that bottom lane, just right through the minions. And Leona and Misfortune just not respecting it.
Alright, so, of course, because I am casting, as I am known as the Ninja Tabbies guy, I am going to question whether or not they have to go Ninja Tabbies this game. Blue side doesn't have to go Ninja Tabbies. There is 180 threat. However, for the red side, I actually am not 100% sure if I want them to go with Ninja Tabbies, because, so here's the thing. While yes, you have 3 very, very strong AD threats, I think that it is still better for Merc Trends for the most part. Maybe Cho'Gath gets a Ninja Tabby just to not get beat up that badly.
Yeah, I agree with that boot pathing, but I'm also a huge fan because they have the Vygar, the Jinx, the Morgana, the Olaf slow. Mercury Treads not being a bad option, and personally for me, it feels like armor as a carry seems so much easier to purchase, right? You automatically get it in the GA, and I don't really feel like there's too many damage items that you can pick up that give a lot of magic resistance outside of like the Wit's End. I guess you could grab a Hex Drinker, which we don't see often. So it is going to be interesting to see how they play because there is a lot of CC, although not necessarily hard CC, a heap of CC on for the aggressive enchanters. Dragon has spawned as well, so we'll see how they play around that. This bottom lane virtually even. Jinx is just up 1 assist over the Misfortune, but the gold is dead even.
For the bottom lane?
Yeah, for the bottom lane, between Misfortune and Jinx.
Yeah, so the difference in gold is primarily in that top lane, seeing as Set got both First Blood and a kill onto the Cho'Gath.
Yeah, nice pickup there. He also has 150 gold bounty on his head, so we'll kind of have to see, I guess, what's more important. Echo now on the bottom side of the map, is he going to go for the dragon, or does he look to try and make a play and grab that shutdown in the top lane?
Kassadin looking for a Romo, but did get spotted on this ward in the pit.
Yeah, just a bit of poke damage onto the Olaf, let him know that he's here.
To Jinx there, that does some damage. Yeah, whenever that double up hits, I always am just like, alright, how big is this hit going to actually be?
Echo coming through, parallel convergence, not going to find the stun, just a slow, but they get the flash out of Vigar, and now Olaf looking to trade it back. He lands the undertow once, can he land it again?
Wait,
he's forced to run
Kassadin's
away
going
here.
for it. Yep.
Kassadin flashes forward, and Freddie Mercury picks it up. Now, no flash available for the Vigar. Does he have the damage with the Null Sphere? The ultimate coming out from the Vigar. Just going to back him off.
Oh, no.
Leona goes in. She takes a turret shot. Very scary. So I actually forgot about that animation with the black shield. Leona will still go in on the target with the Zenith Blade, but won't find the root, or like the very, very small micro root that you get from that ability. And that right there almost put her in a very bad spot.
Yeah, so with that, when you are going in like that into the Morgana's black shield, just pop your W, because it will pop by the time you're there, plus the aftershock. And that'll be all of that magic damage just straight through to the shield, and then to the health bar. So then you're also able to get your stun off onto the Jinx, and she's not prepared for that. So you're able to just booty blast her, and she may actually have to burn a summoner because she's like, oh no, I'm about to get killed because I didn't get one ability off.
Speaking of about to get killed, Set
trying
to make his way out of the 2v1. There's the showstopper, the one to Echo. Echo in trouble. He has his ultimate available. He forced to use it there. Haymaker coming out, going to find a heap of damage on a Cho'Gath. And there's the Jinx rocket. And Vulcan grabs another one in the top lane and assist on Jinx as well.
Oh, wow. That was so unlucky. Like, and the thing is, it didn't even put, it didn't even get the kill on Jinx. It just got low enough so one auto from Set could get the kill. So now he has a red buff to just permanently sustain up there for the next 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, and Kassadin was roaming up to try and help that gank. Meanwhile, blue team going to grab the dragon, so aggressive Enchanters off to a very solid start here as they look for a 4-man on the bottom side. Event Horizon coming out. They are Misfortune flashes away, but Leona not so lucky here. But there's the bullet time coming down for a little bit of damage. Leona goes back in, but it's not enough. Stud Nugget.
I don't think Leona wanted to go back at all.
Yeah, like, she actually used her flash there as well.
Yeah, she used her flash to get out. I'm like, alright, cool, you lived, I guess. And then she eat back in. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, and it feels so bad. Leona, with those 2 early deaths, still only level 5, so didn't have the Solar Flare available. But Mind Bottling and Mad Hacker are going to try and find a way back into this game. Set, the Haymaker damage is, it's just so much. It's so much damage.
Riot, this is not okay.
Yeah, that champion a little overtuned, and then on top of it, he's got the Tiamat, so he's just so strong. Cho'Gath can't even step up here.
Full level up. Oh no.
Face Breaker coming out. The ultimate not available. The Rupture going to keep him safe for now, but Red Buff is taking the Haymaker. He flashes forward, and Volcron picks up another one.
I actually didn't know you could flash W that. Okay, today I learned today.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That is just a good play there, and it shows how much Volcron has maybe been playing this pick in a solo queue.
I may have to play that this week. Like,
Yeah, get it in before the nerfs, the 10.3 patch.
Oh, that was the 10.3 patch isn't until next week, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think Tuesday. I would imagine. And while we're ranting and raving about the 10.3 patch, the aggressive Enchanters pick themselves up a Rift Herald. So both big objectives on the map going their way.
I
And
do. So
the only turret plate.
I see one gripe right now. Jinx is actually going for IE instead of Razor, and as an 80 carry, like Storm Razor is just so good right now. Like the fact that you're able to, so like Misfortune, she's going Essence Reaver, so I guess that's fine for her. But like with how strong Storm Razor is right now, the fact that you get attack speed, damage, crit chance, and a slow, and your attacks energize faster because of it.
You know, seeing engage in the bottom
Oh,
of the map. Oh, Morgana
oh
maybe not
wait, Autumn Game is
seeing
dead.
the Kassadin. Zanya's coming out. Will she be able to escape? She cannot. Freddie Mercury picks that one up. And now 2-0-1 on this Kassadin with 4 stacks on the Dark Seal. Right now,
Maybe
if you're the
I
aggressive
think you're behind a little bit.
Enchanters, scary.
I think you're behind a little bit there. You were little behind in the reactions there.
Okay. Let me catch up here. Should be okay.
Okay. So, but yeah, that was actually a good pick from the oh, double up, nice. So yeah, the Morgana probably didn't have to Zonia's there. She probably could have walked out a little bit. Um, yeah, so now it's just going to have to wait until the actual full Zonia's is completed before she can really be as aggressive again.
Yeah, and that's super unfortunate. It feels so bad on Morgana to be able to use your ultimate, but not have any way to make sure it actually gets off, whether that be them running away or you dying. It definitely feels bad.
But due to having the arm guard, is now able to not take as much punishment from the double up.
Yeah, and that's gonna be their saving grace in that bottom lane. Not they don't want Misfortune to get too far ahead, so build that early armor, kind of be the tanky caster if you can.
Jinx doesn't have an arm guard though.
She does not. That double up does so much damage and so much action on the bottom side, but we actually see Rift Herald going down on the top side, which
That
just
is
means
top lane.
more turret
Yep.
plates.
No, that is first brick.
That's actually first brick there for the aggressive Enchanters, and they're putting it right into that pocket of the set, who's already up 4 kills. And if we take a look at the gold now, he's at 2,000 gold over the Cho'Gath.
Overall, he did get all 5 plates. Just he did share a little bit of money.
In return, though, it looks like Ace Venturas want to try and pick up this dragon.
Oh.
Kassadin needs to be careful. So they managed to secure that, but at what cost?
Drake? It's Infernal Drake.
Say bye-bye to all of the walls. You're no longer safe.
Yep.
But easier to run through now. Olaf looking for something in the mid lane. Undertow does land. Kassadin just so hard to gank post level 6. So hard to gank.
Especially when you don't have crowd control. Like, you can run him down all the live long day you want as Olaf. You're never going to get him.
Yeah, and it looks like
Kassadin has to decide that he wants you to get him for you.
Absolutely, yeah. You definitely got to find him in the middle of a fight. And Set, he's trying to do just that now. He's got the huge lead in the top lane, and he's just going to roam around the map and see what he can find elsewhere.
So, like, that was a really good bait with the Leona to be like, oh, who am I? Jinx? I'm gonna go. But then he messed up the bait by actually going for the Jinx.
Yeah, you definitely want to, bait out that black shield and immediately turn.
Pressing your W way too early, my dude. Like the first one was like, okay, yeah, you're in prime target range to get one of them. But then that last one, that was questionable. Oh no, the TP from the set.
Oh yeah, Set comes down, finds the ultimate now onto Leona.
And here comes the pain!
Volcran Gaming, he's everywhere. He's making plays in the top lane, making plays in the bottom lane. He's pushing mid lane, helping out the Vigar. This guy right now just feels unstoppable. Is now Echo under fire. The Undertow's landing. Olaf slowing him down. The ultimate's available, but he ults back and into 3 members, and there's just nowhere else to go. Volcran dominating.
He needed to hit him one more time to get his passive, speed him out of there. So like, while yes, you were being chased by an Olaf, you need to get that speed boost just so you can escape, because you were not going to escape otherwise.
And this Olaf doing it again here on the Kassadin, flashing away. The Riftwalk will be available, so he does get out, but
had to expend a flash.
Yeah, big plays from the Olaf. And now that gold lead growing to just over 3,000 gold in favor of the aggressive Enchanters.
And over 2,000 of it is on the set alone. This is one of those games where you're like, all right, guys, we're gonna fix this, and here's how we're gonna fix it. We go and ban set next game.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna pick it.
So the only problem with banning set is Volcran has had, in his last series against Gags Gaming, he was deathless on both Urgot and Yorick. So I would imagine at this point he's deathless here on the set. I probably just jinxed him, the caster curse. But he's hard to ban out alone. That's going to be a very tough champion pool to kind of get rid of because he just is able to perform.
Well, so the thing is more so the champion has been the problem game, because your AP Cho'Gath wasn't able to become, and everybody else has kind of been bullied around a little bit. I would have just been like, wait, you're actually walking up to me melee Veigar? Are you sure about this?
I know, right underneath that turret.
Like, you have Aftershock, you have W. Like, you can take that turret shot for the entire duration of your Aftershock. Just go for it. Like, what is he going to do? Flash away? Okay, cool. Repeat in 60 seconds. But, oh.
Engage in the mid lane. Echo in a very bad spot. He uses that ultimate to get away. Bullet time is down as well. And it looks like the Ace Venturas want to try and find something here. Solar Flare coming up and not going to find anybody. Just a slow in the shutdown. Going over to Cho'Gath. That's a nice shutdown. And on your tank with the feast.
He didn't consume him.
Oh, he didn't consume him.
He has his ultimate still.
That's
a scary thought.
Yeah, he is only sitting at 3 stacks right now, and how long is it gonna take? When do you want to get big, Cho'Gath? You need to start stacking on these minions, then start up on these objectives. They basically have 2 smites in that feast and Echo's smite, so they need to start playing around that, so that way this frontline tank can actually become a frontline tank.
Yeah, I look at him now. He's only gotten 2 stacks from minions, and he actually just used his ultimate on the Krugs top lane, so he doesn't have it for this dragon fight. That's a misplay.
Yeah, so at the very least, he could teleport in to try and secure the dragon, but
yeah, Set actually walked down because he didn't have TP. Veigar does have TP, so he could walk around if he needs to.
But Ace Venturas might not have a jungler here. Olaf going in, he's got the Ragnarok on as well. Undertow a couple more times, but there's the ultimate from Stud Nugget. He's going to pick that one up, and Leona falls as well. A double kill as 5 members from the aggressive Enchanters secured this Infernal Drake.
Ecto Man, you gotta hit him the 3rd time. You like, I'm going to keep on telling you this. I'm going to have you. Like, you need to hit him a 3rd time. Like, I know that it's scary that he's coming at you, but you gotta hit him a 3rd time. Like, you need to be able to try to get out of there, and just running away from an Olaf is not going to cut it. You're not Kassadin.
Yeah, he had the smite available, but it's tough because when Olaf is ulted on top of you, there's not much you can do. Parallel convergence coming down. They find the stun onto Set, but Echo now in a lot of trouble. And he's just going to go down. He doesn't even have time to ultimate as Greedy picks that one up. And the fight continues here. They're trying to run this team down. Morgana not going to find anything just yet, but Leona actually goes in onto the Set. Volcran with a nice stun. Bullet time is down, but there's the damage from the Haymaker, and it's just so much.
Jesus.
Greedy finds another one now on a killing spree. Misfortune forced to flash away. And
Voltron's
Cassidy just
thinking about,
barely
he's
gets
thinking
out.
about it. I can see it in his there. He has his ultimate up now.
Cho'Gath, I believe he just feasted early, but he finds a kill with the Rupture, and again, it's just so unfortunate that he's not getting these stacks.
Yeah, still only has 4 stacks in his passive.
Ace Ventura is trying to find
I
something
do-
there.
I know you can pop people, but you need to back. Oh wait, you went for Ludens. I don't think you wanted to go for Ludens, my dude, but you do you, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to make him a bit squishier in the fights. 2-0
like-
2 though, so he's managed to play it well.
So my opinion of Cassidy is kind of little different. So he went Conqueror, which I mean, if you're going to scrap and you have been, I guess that works. But I like the fleet of footwork better on Cassidon because then you actually can have a laning phase. Mind you, he did well in the laning phase. He's up almost 40 CS, so good job for him. But also, some people like, while yes, just about every Cassidon goes Rod of Ages, I think that the Tear of the Goddess in addition to that is overkill. But if we heard that little noise on the stream, that means
Yeah.
Morgana accidentally pushed her Zhonya's button.
Yeah, fat-fingered the Zhonyas, unfortunately, but right now it doesn't seem like either team are really looking for a fight, and I say that as Cassidy jumps in now onto the Vygar. So much damage coming out. He picks one up. Can he get away? Olaf just going to run him down. So a 1-for-1 overall, and both mid laners are gone.
Yeah, that he got popped.
Cassidy doing what he does best, but now, I mean, we're still even across the board. Again, no Zhonya is available, so I would imagine they're not looking to fight, but Baron is up, and right now the aggressive Enchanters are very strong.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about the whole AP choke. I don't think you needed more AP, my dude. I think you needed a tank. But at the same time, if you went tank, Set would have done just as bad, if not worse things, to your team at least.
Leona looking,
Oh,
not gonna
she
find
just
anything
barely
just yet.
missed it.
And the Chompers
Morgana
keep her
was
in
nowhere
place.
near to shield her too, so that would have been beautiful engagement.
Yeah, especially if they're able to supplement it with Cassidy, because as we just saw on that Vygar, he just deletes people. He almost 3-shot that guy, so definitely a strong engage tool there.
Oh, the Fnatic Death Bush.
Cassidy jumping
Oh no,
in,
Cassidy!
forced to use the Protobot to get away, but now Echo in a bad spot. He tried to find the stun, he finds it on the 2, but Greedy now rampaging. Echo unfortunately just goes in and commits sewer slide there, as now there's no jungler. This could mean a free Baron.
Sewer slide?
Yeah, Kermit's sewer slide.
I thought it was commit Sudoku.
Exactly, that too. Echo dead for 15 seconds. Baron is up. Dragon is spawning. How are the Ace Venturas going to react?
Misfortune ultimate is still up. They do spot it with a scrying orb.
Cho'Gath available as well, but he doesn't have his ultimate. This Cho'Gath just never seems to have his ultimate at the right time.
Set does have his ultimate still. Oh wait. Okay. All right. MF
Looking for some. Leona goes in.
Ult, my dude.
Trying to find something here. There's the ultimate now from Voltron.
MF ult. MF ult.
Just nothing. Just not much over the wall there. Now unstoppable is that Jinx. Stud Nugget picks up another one. They're just going to go right back onto the Baron, but Echo is alive.
It reset.
So yeah, the efforts were not for nothing there. 2 members are dead.
Echo, you're getting a little damage taken, my dude.
He's just gonna die. What he
Echo!
not respecting the damage there. And Greedy goes off, and now Cassidy at a bad spot. Haymaker not gonna find it, but right now the Ace Venturas they're making interesting plays.
Let me see.
So they're not able to get the Baron, but they've got 5 members down here on the bottom side for this Infernal Drake. And now 1 dragon away from the Soul. Feels mighty good.
With 3 Infernals for a Soul? My god. Especially with it's also being like a Veigar that's just infinite scaling. My god. And he would Rabadon second. Oh jeez. How much AP does he have? We have 543 AP on this Veigar currently.
Yeah, the
With
ultimate Chad
149 in the
build.
stacks. Eek. That's gonna scale well. He doesn't have the Gathering Storm, so it's not going to scale that much faster, but it's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, and 5 members here of the aggressive Enchanters, and they're just going to march down right now. I would imagine they feel pretty unstoppable, winning just about every single team fight, taking the majority of the objectives. They're up 6 turrets to 0.
Whoa. I look at the gold graph now, and while Set was up by like 2,000-3,000 gold, he's only up about 700 gold now to the Cho'Gath.
They're looking for something here, though. The flash forward from the Leona, they find him, but now stuck in the event horizon. Echo goes in as well, but he's very low. Will he? No, he will not. Light is that when Bolt Time's coming out.
Jinx ultimate
Olaf
miss.
goes down. Cassidy finds another one. Cassidy gets a double kill here.
Popping off.
Greedy forced to run away here. A 1 for 3.
The Jinx. Oh, it's got the knockup. Now she's dead. And that is a great fight. But Set will be taking out that top lane tower and trying to get this inhibitor. Cassidy is able to fight him, so he will be going back for this.
Yeah, what a team fight.
Going down. Yeah, he understands that he cannot fight the Set.
Yeah, Volcron is actually getting a little crazy there. Freddie Mercury kind of bouncing around there. The true damage coming out. There's a showstopper, though. Cassidy forces a Rift Walk away, and the flash. He is going to get away for now, but he's keeping him interested.
Yeah, Misfortune and Cho'Gath still getting down to that. They did actually pick it up, so that is their first couple of towers game.
Yeah, and it just went from a 6,000 gold deficit to a 2,000 gold deficit. So huge shutdowns, picking up the kill onto Jinx. And although Cho'Gath's still building AP, he's the one who's been getting the shutdown. So he's been able to close that gap. He's now up in gold over the Set.
He's also up 40 CS. Wow. Okay.
Ace Ventura is taking it into the long haul. They're trying to play the long game here and just ride the back of that Kassadin.
Drake will be up shortly. Sorry.
Yeah, Baron's still available, but right now, neither team trying to do anything too crazy. Just really showing a lot of respect now that the Ace Venturas have been kind of winning some of these fights. And not to discredit that fight, but you have to think, would that have gone the same way had Set been there? Now that the aggressive Enchanters are grouping as 5, is this fight going to go the same way? Are they going to find 1 for 4?
Now they actually have items. And actually, Misfortune actually picked up a chain vest.
She did, yes. There's the armor.
She's going for the GA. She's going for GA.
Yeah,
right,
it feels...
So Morgana and Jinx have warded up around the area quite well. But they forgot that little tiny ward that's pit over there. And actually, there's a ward just outside the pit. I don't know. Can I talk?
Yeah, Jinx and Morgana pushing the...
see that ward. There's a ward just outside of the pit, towards the bottom part of it. It doesn't get seen by this pink ward that's in the pit.
Interesting. Fortunately, though, neither team really going to posture around that. And the aggressive Enchanters just have this bottom side jungle so warded up here. It's now Olaf goes in with the ultimate, trying to find something onto that Echo. Echo does still have the ultimate available. Will he be able to use it in this fight? Now Set comes through onto the Leona. The rocket coming out now. There's the event horizon as well. Misfortune looking for an ultimate, and she finds it there. Olaf goes down. Kassadin finds another, now 2 or 3 members dead. A 3 for 2 overall, a 3 for 3. Now the AD carries in the top laners going toe-to-toe. Misfortune's going to find that one and Set now trying to walk down this Misfortune. She flashes over the wall. The Haymaker, though, not going to find the true damage. And Cho'Gath picks up the ace. A 3 for 5. in favor of the Ace Venturas.
Yeah, Cho'Gath, run to that dragon. But you can't take it because you don't have your ultimate. But
Yeah,
it'll
the
be up
feast,
shortly.
again, not available. Hopefully, though, he
10
did
seconds. It'll be up in 10 seconds.
stack it on that set, or maybe somebody in that fight. He's sitting at 8 stacks.
So he did get it off on the Olaf.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, now Cho'Gath, I believe that's kind of, I would imagine that was his game plan, right? Just build AP, and eventually I'll get tanky through my ultimate.
Yeah. Does he? No, there's no longer. Oh no, there is. So he has gotten 6 stacks from minions now. Let's see. Monsters eaten. Yeah, so
Set.
the monsters eaten plus minions count towards the minions.
Yeah, Set just teleported into the pit, and with no vision, this is actually going to be the Infernal
That's
Soul going over.
MF is looking. She can't reach it though, and that is an infernal. That is not what you want to have to go against.
Yeah,
That is
that
not a
does
thing you
not
want.
feel good
Jeez,
at
you're
all.
away from your team there, bud.
Yeah, Jinx
But
getting
now
all
they're
crazy.
just walking on over to the Baron. They got a few wards to clear out of the way. And there actually is this ward in the back towards that bush from blue side leading into the river.
Echo gets tagged up by the Zap. Cassidy actually may have a nice flank here if they do find a fight in this mid lane now. Gonna find Morgana. Jinx gonna turn around, and the Event Horizon is going to be used. And unfortunately, just no other way in right now for the Ace Venturas. But the gold is almost even. We're at a 600 gold deficit for the Ace Venturas, so these fights really can go either way.
Yeah, but again, like there is not undisplayable gold, which is in those 3 infernals plus the soul. Like that
Olaf getting caught out a little bit there. He does have the ultimate available. He is going to run away for now.
Oh,
But Stug Nugget picks up the kill onto Echo. Now Leona by herself goes down. Greedy going to pick that one up. Now Cassidy too far back, wasn't able to help his team out.
Yeah, they're all pinging. Cassidy is the threat here. We need to watch for him.
A 2-for-1 so far. The inhib going down in the mid lane, and if right now if you're the Ace Venturas, it could be worse. It could definitely be a whole lot worse.
It could definitely be worse. Like your MF does have her GA now, so she actually is able to, you know, live a little bit longer in a fight. But now there's 2 inhibitors down and Baron is up, so you kind of have to. You have like 1, maybe 2 waves. You can fight for it, but otherwise you have to forego it.
Yeah, Cassidy actually trying to find something on the back end of that. Cho'Gath with the spooky ghost. He is going to find the slow onto Set. No flash available. The rupture as well. But the Event Horizon going to keep him safe.
Yeah, they do have a pink in the pit, so they'll know if they decide to start it. Cho'Gath does have his TP and his ultimate, so he needs to just keep the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, and
use it on cannons. Please do not use it on anything.
Cho'Gath now a 1,500 gold lead over the Set, and as you pointed out before, the ever-growing CS lead is now just shy of 70 CS over that Set, so he's actually become a bigger asset to his team.
Yeah, and 60 CS lead over the Cassidy to Vigar. So it's really just the fact that Echo needs to stop dying, please.
Yeah, getting caught out, unfortunately, dying first, and we've seen it a handful of times already, dying without being able to use his ultimate.
Alright, so now here comes the problem. You don't have the opportunity to actually contest this as early as you are here now, because now all they have to do is just keep posturing and wait.
Yeah, now Set maybe caught out, stuck in the middle of 4, though. He does use a showstopper to try and get away, and it looks like he's just going to go toe-to-toe there. The Solar Flare coming out. The Haymaker going to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but surely he should fall. And on the backside, the Redemption coming up, a Mad Hacker going to pick that one up. And now Olaf looking for something on the back side. Leona goes in with the Zenith Blade, but she's going to get stunned up by the Event Horizon, and she is going to fall. Lightnings picks that one up for his team. So 1-for-1. The top lane for the support, though, and now Cho'Gath.
What are you doing, my dude?
In quite a bit of trouble here, has to try and get out. He's got the Rupture. He goes golden for buying a bit of time, but minions are pushing the base. Cassidy had to recall.
Yeah, Misfortune is slow to her recall.
Cassidy going in. He picks up the shutdown onto Greedy, but he is going to get stunned up now. Olaf Gonna do some damage, and Stud Nugget picks that one up. Now a double kill for the Vygar. Misfortune, the only member alive here. She does have the GA available, but Super Minions
She does
pushing
flash away from
this
so she
base.
lives. But she needs to get back out there. They're still able to push it.
Yeah, this is gonna go, and Vygar is gonna do
those
so much
autos.
damage to that Nexus.
With all that AP, yeah, he is currently
And
sitting at 727.
Leona comes out as well. Event Horizon gonna stun up the Misfortune, but now Leona maybe in a bad spot here.
Leona,
Solar Flare coming down.
He's the one that's the carry threat.
Forced to flash away is that Vygar. The Zenith Blade not gonna find anything. Misfortune goes, or Morgana goes golden for a bit longer, and they're just buying time right now on these cooldowns.
Destroying the base. They need to back up and stop them. Stop the base! Stop them! Stop the ports!
The Set's actually teleporting in. He wants to try and
Vagar,
end it.
Vagar,
Oh, it's actually Vagar teleporting.
Wait! Vagar! What are you doing?
Not able to hit the Xpeke there. He knows that he only needed a couple auto attacks, but unfortunately teleported into 5 members.
and the Cho'Gath knockup also got him too, so that was... Could have made a better choice there. But as we are closing towards the end of this game, Misfortune has yet to die in a 37-minute game.
Yeah, she's in a fairly good spot. Now she's got 2 lives, so that GA, a nice pickup now.
Uh-oh. I don't think you really want to get onto that right now. You don't have enough numbers. There are no wards in the red team's base, so they cannot just end it right here. But Elder Drake is coming up in just a few seconds. That is going to be pain. For those of you who do not know already, the Elder Dragon no longer gives the burn on hit. It now doesn't execute when they are below, I believe, 20%? 25%?
Yeah, I think it's 20%. So yeah, definitely have to fight for this dragon here, and
yeah, they cannot allow, and anybody can get the Elder buff, but they have to be able to fight for it. Now, mid lane's super minions are gone and is actually pushing into blue side.
Yeah, Jinx just gonna be able to shred this thing down. They're looking for the engage here. Cho'Gath goes in. Leona as well. The showstopper pulls her back out though. Now a whole heap of damage now coming down onto that Echo. He is going to fall. Misfortune looking for the ultimate. Does she have the damage? She does not. Jinx gonna pick that one up. A 3 for 0 so far.
Unable to get anybody. Misfortune is going down though, and down goes the Misfortune.
Cassidy jumps in as a last ditch effort, but not gonna find it. The ace going over and
to end the game.
Yeah, this definitely could be the end.
There it is. There we go.
Hey RJ, he's listening to the stream. He teleports in.
Like, said just TP to end the game, please.
20-second timers.
Yeah, this is that's the end of this one. So congratulations to Aggressive Enchanters. They did come out with a win for game 1. A couple of things that they could change for for Ace Venturas. Just little things here and there. Like the Echo, just hit him the 3rd time, please.
Yeah, the unable to get away a couple of times, getting run down, and then just so many times we saw him die without being able to use his ultimate. Had that score not been maybe 11 deaths, they definitely could have had more presence, maybe more objectives, and these team fights would have gone different.
Because before the Soul, we did see that they were able to win fights when it was like 5v5.
Yeah, even with him dying early.
Yeah, so I guess we will go for a short break in the meantime while up. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this commercial break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Casual Esports Amateur League Ace Venturas versus Aggressive Enchanter. I am Ansa571, and we are going into Game 2 in just a moment. Ace Venturas fought valiantly to the last, but unfortunately, Aggressive Enchanters were unable to be stopped. I am joined with my co-host here,
I'm
Mr. Peanut.
That's me, and that was an exciting game one because although it felt one-sided, it Ace Venturas they had their moments to come back into that game. So um, they definitely know how to play from behind, which is a question that I had kind of going into the series. So I'm excited to see game number 2. I'm also excited to see how they decide to run picks and bans. Is
Yeah,
Ornn going to be a priority? Maybe Set going away this time? Are they going to look to ban that hyper scaling Vigar? Um,
I think Set
should be
should
interesting.
go away.
I agree. I think Set is very
That
strong no
that
matter who
W
you
is a
put him on.
little not okay.
Yeah, he'd put himself in some bad spots and able to turn it around with that haymaker, the shield, and just the true damage. It's so oppressive.
Like, yeah, that's hey, our league's rioter in at Delta Terra, tell them that that is not okay.
Yeah, somebody's got to fix that.
I am ready for the pro draft if
Good to go.
teams are ready. Let's check in with them real quick, and we will get started in just a moment, folks. Who won? The aggressive enchanters won. Who's next? You decide.
Yeah, I hate to take away from the Cho'Gath because that set did kind of run away with the game early, but Cho'Gath really brought it back, which was
Yeah, he
exciting.
was actually keeping it pretty close after 2,000-3,000 gold down. He got a couple of those shutdowns onto the set and was doing pretty good and catching back up. He actually went ahead in gold at around like 37-ish minutes.
Yeah, and as we jump into picks and bans, we see the set immediately
Yeah,
being
they're
taken
like,
off the
nope,
board.
we are done with this.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with the Vestian carry in the top lane. Also, the Vigar going to be targeted as well. So essentially, what we talked about, they don't want the hyper scaling in the mid lane. They don't want the overpowered top laner. So now, again, it's very hard to ban out a lot of these players. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Ornn being taken off the
And
board again. So just priority to get rid of that tank.
and I think that enchanters should probably look to ban the Kassadin because that became a problem.
Yeah, that Cassidy definitely could have been, had he found his way into those last couple of fights, could have changed everything because he was deleting people. Uh, but the Ace Venturas, oh, there it is. They hear us talking
Yeah,
about it, so they do take that off the board. They know that Freddie Mercury can play that very well.
they better not be stream sniping like another team tried.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, I hope that's not the case. But it looks like the Ace Venturas essentially ban half of the team that they just played against. Um, They don't want to see any more of those. And then they take away the Morgana, so Autumn Gamer forced to pick up that Soraka.
Hmm. I think Nami is a better Soraka right now, but
Oh, the immediate lock in on the Kaisa and the Amumu. So now that they're not banned away, they're able to pick those up. I would imagine Captain feels a little more comfortable. He didn't seem the most comfortable on the Echo pick. So hopefully Amumu now, somebody in that AP damage tank, can be that front line, can be that whole heap of CC. He has an immediate parallel convergence in his ultimate, the Curse of the Sad Mummy. So Kaisa not taken off the board, immediately scooped up. So maybe a priority pick here for the Mad Hacker.
yeah, and then we do see a response in the new pick for the jungle. Very good, very safe, very aggressive too.
Very.
Diana and Alawi's matching for the bans. targeting all the solo laners now. So I'm not too familiar with either of these laners, so we're going to see Lux mid lane. I guess. Yeah, that would. And yes, for those of you who remember, Lux, Syndra, they have they have both been re-enabled.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess
If
a
you couldn't
solid
tell, Chad,
ban.
I may be dying. So
So they ban out the Alawi and the Darius. They didn't go back to the mid lane at all. The only wins that Stud Nugget has are on Azir and Vigar, so they may have looked to maybe target ban a little bit more. I love that they pick up the Nunu. Lightning.
wait,
Go ahead.
is that a Rakan mid?
Maybe they forgot they picked
There.
Soraka.
Yeah, there's no notification. Raka top
Could be a Soraka top. That would be
against
interesting.
a Lucian. That's that is definitely not a 200 IQ play. Um, gotta say. Oh, it's a Lucian mid. I apologize.
Yeah, so they go right back to that Cho'Gath. A slow start for J Rob, but he was able to turn it around and really be a huge.
Uh, we
Hmm.
are getting notifications from the producers that the Rakan was actually a mistake pick.
Yeah,
So hold up while we get some clarification. Otherwise in the draft though from both teams. Um,
yeah. It looks like
it,
the Ace Venturas are good on their composition. And now two frontliners, and they actually have another solid engaged team. So they substitute the Leona for the Morgana, and then they substitute the Echo for the Amumu.
we are getting confirmation. The Rakan was actually supposed to be a York pick. Um, we are still trying to get confirmation of whether or not the if you can't see, I have my hand to my headset as if I'm listening to an earpiece.
Yeah, it is a good point. They did lose a ban because of a mistake they made last game. So we'll have to see if they do want to allow that Rakan to be redone, or we just may see a Rakan in the top lane.
Yeah, so we are getting confirmation that they are allowing Khan to be a York, but I believe that the Victor is going to stay as the mid lane.
And that's a scary
Still,
champion, Victor's.
I'm still trying to get confirmation on this. Please hold everybody. But otherwise, Lucian into Victor, that's going to be interesting because as people remember from a time,
Yes.
um, Victor deletes Lucians.
Well,
Double Lift can definitely attest to this in days of past.
Korean Victor's delete.
Korean Victor, one
And
trick
Aleutians.
Korean Victor, one trick Victors. By the way, if you remember, that was the only champion he could actually play in 2016.
Okay, another another
We are
goof.
still another EQ. Alright, I'm going to go down to the source and try and figure what is going on, everybody. So if you please hold for just one moment.
Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know what's going on, Rakan accidentally locked in, supposed to be the Yorick, and then the last pick was a Victor pick, thinking that the draft would just be redone here, and unfortunately their mid laner for the aggressive Enchanters doesn't own Victor, so we're gonna go ahead and try and figure out how to get this settled.
So it seems that the chat has settled. But we are going to see a redraft, so I apologize to our viewers at home. They will be going through the picks and bans as they were up through the second ban phase, all the way up to where the Rakan pick was made, and they will go from there. So please bear for just a few more minutes. Hopefully this will be the last mistake that they are allowed, because they are not allowed any more mistakes. So from here on, any mishaps that happen in the draft, they have to just run with it.
And hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
And let this be a lesson to everybody else.
Everybody, it's like when your drafter's trying to draft, everybody STFU.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and quickly get through picks and bans for this rotation of picks and bans. So give us just another minute or two, and we will see what aggressive enchanters will pick for this time around. For their lanes, and this will also, so this will give aggressive enchanters the opportunity to fix their picks, and also Ace Venturas will have the opportunity to better pick into what they're about to go into. While the Cho'Gath would have, I guess, been fine into a Yorick. I mean, it's not ideal. You can handle it, I guess. The Lucian, from what we understand, aggressive enchanters mid laner doesn't even have Victor, so we're not going to see Crown one-shotting double lift. I'm sorry. That is the wrong stream here, folks. If you would like to see that, I'm pretty sure that Riot has a VOD of that somewhere. That's definitely clipped multiple times over.
Absolutely. There's probably reaction videos on YouTube.
There's definitely reaction videos on that one. Like everybody just sees that and he's like, oh Jesus, and that happened.
And that could have been the year for NA.
While yes, that was a tragedy that Double made that mistake, it wasn't the only mistake TSM made. Because if you do remember, just killing up time while we get ready. In the final game against RNG, Hanser could have just flashed over the Dragon Pit wall to get a 5-man ultimate stun as Kennen, yet he chose not to. And instead he walked around the long way and his team died for it. So while yes, Doublelift did make a pretty bad mistake, he was not the only one at fault for TSM not getting out of groups. But with that said, we have now caught back up to the draft of where it should have been. So now we have York picked in the top lane, and now that'll give the opportunity for Ace Venturas to pick up what they actually prefer into the York pick. I don't know if they want to go with the Cho'Gath on this one. Lucian definitely is fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be something different though in the Lucian pick in the mid lane.
And Maokai in the top lane now. Okay. Alright. I see you. I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. As somebody who used to be a Maokai main and ranked up, and yes, I will admit, I did rank up friends' accounts. Yes, I did. Don't do it, kids. It's not good.
I'm telling
Um,
Riot.
yeah, go ahead. They don't even play the game anymore. Um, when Maokai was the season reward for getting to gold, I ranked up 3 or 4 accounts of my own. No, 3 accounts of my own. Plus, I ranked up 3 other friends' accounts. But with that being said, we have now selected champions, and we will be going into the draft. I was ranting, so I did not see who was the mid lane pick for uh the for the red side. I did not see that.
I did not see it
Ah,
either.
that's your job.
I didn't have a link to the program draft, unfortunately. So Azir. Okay, so the other champion that Stud Nugget has a win on, one on Vigar, one on Azir. I guess now two on Vigar and one on Azir. So he likes to play just that late scaling AP carry in the mid lane.
And even still, like Azir can actually pop off. If he can get to his Nasher's Tooth before his opponent can get to like a Ludens or something like that, the Azir can definitely pop off.
Yeah, and his passive super underrated, and the turret respawning could just put your team in a pretty bad spot if you're fighting like in between the tier 1 and tier 2 turrets, or tier 2, tier 3, and anything
And
like that.
and with that, you also can't fully commit into an engagement with that because you're effectively fighting a 6-man fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with the Shrima shuffle, you're able to not only look for some kind of engage or a pick, but he also has the ultimate to disengage in that Emperor's Divide as well. So really just a lot of options right now for
All right,
the aggressive
the
enchanters.
Shurima shuffle I want to see is a shuffle into Nunu's Snowball. I want to see it.
That would be nice.
That would be pretty dang cool, dude.
I mean, it's ambitious to
It's
ask for, but
ambitious, but I want to see it. I don't think we're going to, but that's the clip. That's the YouTube clip.
yeah, and I want to make note that Volcron Gaming on this Yorick went 5-0-8 against Gags Gaming. So in one of his wins, unkillable on the Yorick, and just
Yeek.
yeah. Not only is he going to be a menace in team fights, but he also always has that split push presence in the maiden. So you give him a Rift Herald, and you give him a lane, he's going to be doing pretty well. Soraka, Morgana, bottom lane. So apparently they didn't like Autumn Gamer on the Morgana, so they took it away from him. They might also be looking just to play a little bit more defensive, a little bit more of a protect the carry comp rather than jumping in. Unfortunately, Leona got awfully behind early, down a couple of kills, so losing experience, losing gold. So come late game, she wasn't the best presence, but it's also a good takeaway if you're going to play Amumu or Maokai, just so they can't again play the protect the AD carry comp and negate the CC.
Mhm. Morgana is just that anti-fun kind of a champion for support. Because like, while yes, you can bully her, it's just like you have to play around the black shield so much that it just becomes a really big nuisance. Because even if you break the like, if your abilities get so strong as a support that can just break the shield, you still have to play around the fact that she has the shield.
Yeah, and she's also a pretty solid. I don't want to say disengage, but anti-engage when you're looking to run through the team with the biggest snowball ever, or even a Zir trying to make a play. You just have Morgana ulting into 5 members and then popping the stopwatch, which
Yep,
is something that I want to take
I've
a look
I've done
at
that.
and see if Morgana's running that stopwatch rune. Um, just because you're not getting a whole lot of gold as support. We all know that. So if she's running that rune, she's saving herself 600 gold, and she doesn't get it until I believe 10 minutes into the game. But
I think yeah, no, that's 10 minutes now. Yes, yep.
Yeah, so just a little more cost efficient in that support role, and it's a core item as well. So we've got 2 heals on the side of the aced Venturas. Lucian taking it in the mid lane, Kai'Sa taking it into the bottom lane, and Kai'Sa was banned away in game 1, so I wonder if Mad Hacker is just some crazy Kai'Sa main. Not only does she just do a lot of damage in general and has that hybrid damage style, I wonder if Mad Hacker just has something on top of it all to kind of push it over the edge to draw a ban in game 1. We've seen Volcron get early leads. He got first blood. He was up 4-0-0 in the top lane. Managed to get first turret, but wasn't able to keep that lead. So it's going to be interesting to see if he gets ahead on this Yorick, if he is able to stay ahead. Again, that's his first time that we've seen him this season on the set pick. Not that he hasn't played it before, but he may not have as much experience, especially when it comes to keeping your lead and just staying
Yeah,
ahead.
and also considering the fact that set wasn't allowed until week 2. Uh, if he didn't even play it, I don't think he did play it last week. Um, then yeah, he hasn't been able to show off the set, and we've seen some hard int sets and some high kill sets. That was a high kill set, but as you mentioned, it wasn't. It stopped being scary after a certain point. At least to the like the Cho'Gath and the Leona. To Misfortune, yeah, like 500 true damage, one ability. Sure, okay, right.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know if they needed to ban it because although again we're harping about how broken it is, he got an early lead and then just lost it completely. So I wonder if they could have used that ban on something else. This Caitlyn, again, Greedy is 2-0 on the Caitlyn, so that's a bit of a comfort pick in itself. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how these picks and bans play out as this game goes along. Solid. We are in on to Summoner's Rift. Game number 2 between the aced Venturas and the aggressive Enchanters. The aggressive Enchanters getting the best of the aced Venturas in game number 1. But I would imagine they're still high in spirits, high in hopes, as they went down fighting in the first game. They didn't give up, although they were down quite a bit of gold in the mid game.
Yeah, they could definitely do this. This is it. This is they're going to be. It's going to be. It's got to be.
And again, they're playing on their back foot coming into this week 0-2,
Wait,
now
Kaisa,
0-3. And
Kaisa, where'd you go?
yeah, Kai'Sa
Kaisa,
is
Kaisa.
AFK in the base. Now would be the time. Look for the
Now would be the
invade.
time to press pause.
That is true. Now would be the time
Now
to
would
press
be the
pause.
time to press pause. I really hope somebody presses pause. I really think somebody should be pressing pause here.
There it is. Snuck it in the last second.
And once again, make sure that um everybody in the game, make sure you aren't stream sniping, please. 'Cause that'll be good.
Yeah, no stream sniping.
Like I don't believe that anybody is, but because somebody had to spoil it for everybody else, I'm going to ask so long as I am a caster.
That's true. If the shoe fits, wear it. You know who you are. And if they're not stream sniping, they won't even hear this. So we're just talking to ourselves about people stream sniping. I think the problem with this, though, is 10 seconds until the camp spawns here, and Kaisa's going to get there late. So Mumu will be a little bit delayed in his clear.
Yeah, Morgana will have to actually use her abilities to help, so that way he at least keeps pace with the Nunu. Because Nunu is going to go from red to blue instantly. So Mumu needs to run over there as fast as he can.
Yeah. Oh, so you're thinking that Nunu is going to do a little bit of vertical.
Well,
Okay.
even if he doesn't do vertical, just the fact that he can just run straight over there because it's a Nunu, just go over there, steal the blue, and then backtrack over to his blue. Because the Amumu is not going to think, yeah, I need to go and get to my blue, or I'm going to go to his blue because he's obviously going to take mine. Well, I don't think he's going to think that far ahead, because that's the thing that like you don't start thinking about until like platinum. So I would just have the captain over there just run over to his blue buff, to his own blue buff, and try and just throw a Q over and just see like either you're going to hit the blue buff or you're going to hit the Nunu. Hope for the best at that point. I'm getting
Yeah. And
word from our producers that they are currently hiding the stream because there is the potential to see live in just a few seconds. For those of you at home as well, for both teams, they have a time lot of 15 minutes for their pause time. After those 15 minutes, they have to reconnect. But it does look like the Kaisa has reconnected and is getting into the game, so we'll be able to unpause in just another moment.
yeah, fortunately, they were able to get that pause in before the game got too far in. One thing to note, since we are just sitting here talking about the game, is that Soraka this game took the barrier over the Ignite. So there's going to be a little bit more kill pressure for the Ace Ventura's bottom lane. So we might look to see, or we might see them looking for an early lead this game, whereas last game they were pushed into the turret most of the game and they weren't able to really break out of their shell.
Still waiting for the Kaisa to fully reconnect everybody.
We are lucky this didn't happen in game one with the 5v5 draft being present in that game mode.
I think barrier is fine, but the thing is, I would much rather have had it be on the Caitlyn. It does look like Kaisa is reconnected and she is good to go, so we are getting in there. But as I was saying before, since we are still getting everybody set up, oh, they did stick a ward into the red pit over there. The barrier to be put onto the Caitlyn and the heal be put onto the Soraka.
Oh, we see another pause coming
And now
through.
the red side's mid laner went to the bathroom, so we will be taking another short break, unfortunately. God dang it, guys.
Fortunately, they're both allotted the 15 minutes, so he can take his time as much as we want to get this show on the road. And right now, it feels, I mean, this probably isn't too bad for the Ace Venturas because the aggressive Enchanters coming off a win, feeling good, feeling motivated, feeling they got the ball rolling. And now that we've had this long pause, maybe kind of freezing the kicker in a sense to where they're starting to cool down. They're not riding that high as much. And there's the unpause. He's back, and I mean, we look at the screen. Freddie Mercury, he knows that Nunu shouldn't waste his smite on this. Nunu should have consumed, though.
Wait.
He's gonna look for the steal.
Oh, Lucian thought of it. Like, I think he had his W up. Yeah, he has W up. He was going to try and steal it. But, Nunu actually doesn't go straight for the blue buff. He went to the chicken camp.
Yeah, Lucian not too far behind. He wasn't there when the minions collided, but got there just in time to catch the wave. And Azir just gonna do a good job, really just poking him out, not letting Lucian get into the.
Yeah, did get the level 2. Like, whenever like somebody like that just gets a level 2 advantage that early, it's just like, God, it feels so bad.
Yeah, Azir can be so oppressive. And Soraka
went corrupting. Ooh, nice binding.
Yeah, good binding there, and it was almost just before Soraka hit level 2, so they may have looked for something, but she dinged level 2 just as that binding hit.
Yeah, plus the Guardian on Soraka too, instead of something like an Airy.
And jungler's on the opposite side of the map, and Nunu coming down, biggest snowball ever, is available here. Some skirmishing on the top side, and Morgana forced to flash away. The trap is down, not going to find anything. They are going to throw the snowball barrage out there. The consume! Killed over Peacemaker, one more auto attack, not going to find it. So Morgana walks away.
Could have flashed forward and it would have been worth it, but I digress.
That is true. The heal was used from Kai'Sa, and now Kai'Sa just stepping up in the 2v1 lane, so she's got to be careful. Nunu's still in the area, not too far in that river, and he's got that movement speed from the snowball, so...
Yeah, Morgana went for the W second, just to try to get a little bit more damage and poke. While I agree with the sentiment, the problem is that Nunu is just going to come over, and he's going to make you wish you didn't do that.
Yeah, and I mean a solid gank overall. They get the flash off of the Morgana, so now Nunu can just make his way back down.
And the heal
look
of
for
the
that
Kai'Sa too, so...
Yeah.
Ooh, missed the W on that one for the Maokai.
Lucian actually getting the better of the trade here. Press the attack, procs, flashes forward, the barrier though.
Oh, the barrier bait!
Keeps him alive for now. Lucian now flashless as Nunu makes his way into that mid lane. Amumu is there too though, looking for something on the backside. Amumu actually flashes forward to try and close the distance. Not going to find the bandage toss and
close the distance enough.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there. I think they expected Nunu to chase a bit more.
Wow. It's a kitty cat versus another kitty cat. Oh wait, no,
I would have loved to see the Maokai. Yeah.
Maokai versus what skin is this for?
Meowrick, I think it's called. It's a stretch. It's definitely a stretch on the Meowrick, but it's okay.
Somebody in the chat, look up what skin is that for Yorick? Somebody in the chat, do a lookup for me.
This game a bit safer than last game. Is it Meowrick?
Is it actually Meowrick or is it something else? Meowrick? That okay. Alright, you get one.
Yeah, that would have been nice though if we had the Meowkai
versus Meowrick. That would have been the best. Like even though it'll eventually come to a wet noon fight because fuck, I'm gonna mess this up so many times now. Maokai, he's eventually going to become unkillable to the Yorick. But until then, oh, Nunu coming in with the gank.
Doesn't find anything except for a dark binding, and Kai'Sa and Morgana just gonna be able to chase him out of that.
It's like, this is our lane, not yours. Get out of here.
Yeah, and he's really showing, or just has such heavy pressure in the bottom lane. I would imagine they want to try and make a play for that dragon soon, but looking in the mid lane, the Relentless Pursuit is down, though, for the Lucian. He does hit level 6, so the culling is available. He's going to use it there. Nunu has to be careful. The flash is available, but the minions... Oh, the first blood actually going over.
Nice!
Nunu did not respect the damage there.
Yeah, he
the passive
had flash,
from Lucian.
but he just didn't.
Yeah, Lucian, a solid play there. The passive proc off of the ultimate, so the double auto attack coming through, and then the press the attack as well on top of it. Just so bursty. And now he finds a little bit of damage down onto a Zero. Zero goes forward, but here comes a Moo. Freddie Mercury grabs himself
Ooh, and
another
that's
one.
another one.
And that's got to
Yeah,
feel good. Again, he's got the same start as he did on the Kassadin, and hopefully he can take this lead later into the game and maybe even make plays around the map right now.
Alright, so Kaisa has to back because the Caitlyn's about to hit 6. She's about halfway to 6. Like, she's going to hit 6 with this wave. Either this or the next one. So you're going to get ulted by the Caitlyn, so you just need to back. We're way too low.
Yeah, and
Like,
we're starting to
yes,
see the...
you're going to lose a cannon wave. It's more important to lose the cannon wave and live than to lose both.
Absolutely. And I think that, like, I kind of sum that up as passively losing, where you're not going to stay and just int your life away and then die and lose the wave and maybe even the next one. But go back to base, play safe. We see just how comfortable, though, Greedy is on that Caitlyn pick. He's already got himself a 13 CS lead, so a nice little lead early in the game, and I would imagine that's just going to keep growing as we go along.
He's looking hungry now.
Yeah, he's playing so aggressive. He goes in. He does have the Bilgewater Cutlass proc, so he's going to have the slow. He's also going to have the life steal, so that's going to negate a lot of the poke from the Azir. So that matchup now kind of turning on its head.
Oh yes, and just checking in from something that you were actually looking into. Morgana did go with the stopwatch passive plus Cosmic Insight, so she will have 45% CDR before this game is over.
That's amazing. As now we see Amumu looks on the top side, and Nunu goes down on the bottom side. The Black Shield
job,
gonna
Morgana.
keep Morgana safe,
no.
but here comes the absolute zero. So on the top side of the map, Maokai finds one. Kaisa may fall here. The killer finds the shield, but it's not going to be enough. Greedy grabs that one, and Morgana now in a bad spot, forced to flash away. So a gank on the top side, a gank on the bottom side, a 1-for-1 across the map. But Ace Ventura still have themselves a nice 800 gold lead.
The Kaisa actually stepped on 2 traps. The first trap she just accidentally walked into, and that was fine. But the second one, she was slowed by the heavy net and stepped on the second one, and then flashed. So remember, kids, just flash. It's just safer that way.
Just flash. I would imagine so far we're seeing that kind of be like the rhetoric of this game. Just flash. Nunu, just respect the damage. Flash away from the Lucian. Kaisa, just flash the traps. Better safe than sorry.
But it is okay still. You know, that is just the first. Yeah,
and Lucian actually just gonna run Nunu down and no way to escape. Oof. He ate the entire ultimate and then the Bilgewater Cutlass on top of it. Now the flash forward from Maokai, knocking the Yorick back a little bit. Yorick does still have flash available.
Oh, did get him.
Amumu is level 6, but he does not have the ultimate available. Lucian here as well. Another 3-man gank in the top lane. Do they have the damage? The smite coming out from Captain, and they pick it up there. Soraka ultimate came down, but it wasn't enough. And I mean, this is exactly what we were just talking about Freddie Mercury, just getting this small lead. You know, you give him an inch, and he's taking a mile with it right now. I think that's how that goes, right? You give them an inch, and they take a mile? Something like that.
You start with the feet, but then you get the miles.
Then you get the miles. And to top all of that off, turret plates in the top lane. So there was that gank on the bottom side where they killed the Kaisa, but Morgana lived, and then they went and they took the dragon. They didn't get any turret plates. Maokai's up there just soaking up all that gold, and they're deciding to play around the top side of the map now, Ace Venturas.
Caitlyn does not conserve her mana, I have noticed. Oh no, Maokai's dead.
Yeah, Nunu coming up, biggest snowball ever, no flash available, and he's taking turret damage because of the Bramble Vest? No, the Bammy Cinder. Bammy. That one.
I say it Bammies.
I mean, I could see, because Bambi.
And so, yeah, like for the longest time, I would call it Bambi's Cinder.
But we're just seeing this Lucian.
Ooh, Soraka going dodging off from a missed Amumu Q. That's gonna bite him a little bit later.
So the flash in the bottom lane, forced out of the Caitlyn or the Soraka, and then the flash in the mid lane. They are just funneling this Lucian now. Rift Herald going down. Nunu looking to find something.
Eek. Oh no. Alright, Caitlyn flash down. Okay. Alright, okay. Kaisa back.
Skirmish
Yep.
in the bottom lane, and Kai'Sa's able to stay with 0 health because Caitlyn has 0 mana. She's got the ace in the hole available. She just can't use it.
Yeah, she does back now though. Getting closer and closer to that Stormrazor. And yeah, like as I said before, Stormrazor is such a good item for like most of the AD carries that you see in the bottom lane nowadays.
Yeah, and I believe it's even better on Kai'Sa, right? Because you're getting attack damage and attack speed, so you're able to evolve your abilities, or I guess level up your abilities quicker.
Evolve, yes, you are
Evolve
correct.
your abilities. There it is. So yeah, Amumu has to be careful. He may have been spotted out. No, I guess that passing minion wave wouldn't have seen him there. So he's just going to get a free camp.
But
And
the Nunu is on the backside, taking out the red buff from the Amumu.
yeah, I
Amumu
believe
is able to actually gank the Azir, though. Trying to
looking
get the,
for something.
slide and dash from the Azir, but is unable to get it.
Yeah, Lucian just able to kind of run away with this mid lane, do whatever he wants. Nunu, again, looking for something on the bottom side. Supercharge coming up from the Kai'Sa, trying to keep her safe. But the biggest snowball ever actually going to go on to Morgana. Morgana does not have the ultimate available. Absolute Zero coming out. She actually uses that stopwatch to the heal coming out as well, and they may get out of this. Ace in the hole, not going to have enough damage to build up her Peacemaker. Doesn't find it either. And just, that was so smooth from the bottom lane of the Ace Venturas.
Yeah, so a little early on the spell shield from the Morgana. She actually probably should have used her spell shield on herself and then immediately pressed her R and turn. Because that would have been like, oh wait, there's more people down here. There's gotta be more people coming. And then they turn and run. And then you get to just walk away because they think there's gotta be somebody just around the corner and we're about to die. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Shurima Shuffle trying to push Lucian into the turret. He does get one turret shot, but it might not be enough here. Heal and Barrier both traded. The ultimate coming out, and Freddie Mercury now rampaging, serenading us with those kills in the mid lane. So up 4-0-1 and 24 CS on his counterpart. So a very scary Lucian at that. And now the top laners are going toe-to-toe in this tank fight. The Maiden is out, but Maokai actually getting a better of this trade so far here.
Anymore.
Bramble Smash gonna keep Yorick away, but now Yorick should just be able to run him down. Flash is available. The heal from the passive, though. Oh, J-Rob manages to survive. Yorick was ticking down from the Sunfire Cape, and then the passive, just all the spells being used there. Maokai able to heal up there, and he wins it in the 1v1.
Meantime, they also got the dragon on the bottom side. So nice. Ace Ventura is looking to get that first win. They're like, nah, game one was a fluke. They had set. We're not about to let this happen again.
Yeah, and I also think you can chalk it up a little bit to this being, or Freddie Mercury having that sub in the mid lane. That first game, things might have felt a little bit awkward, even though he was doing well. But now, after kind of recuperating and kind of re-strategizing, they're really able to piece together a win. And you're seeing it here too. He's been able to make roams up into the top lane so smoothly, and they found 2 kills off of the back of those roams. Nunu spending so much time on the bottom side of the map, and Kai'Sa and Morgana so far have just been able to play careful. They've got the, well, I guess they don't have any vision now, but they've got that deep ward in the blue buff. So they're able to see when he comes down, and now Greedy looking for something. 90 caliber net. He finds another headshot, but just not enough damage. They want to get Greedy ahead.
Been, forced to back a lot this game.
Yeah,
oh no.
Oh, Greedy grabs a kill before the recall comes off. So Mad Hacker now Probably looking at the shop now, looking at a gray screen.
Like, why is my screen gray now? Oh.
That is the worst feeling when you're looking at something else.
Damn it, Greedy.
Or you're pathing through and you're just looking at a different lane and you end up getting killed. Now the flash coming out from the
flash
Illumina.
from the Amumu just early.
A little
he doesn't
aggressive
even
there.
land it.
Shurima shuffle now onto Lucian underneath the turret, so Captain picks that one up, and Lucian able to walk away. So it seemed like
incoming ganks.
Amumu now going in onto Greedy on this Caitlyn pick. She should just be able to kite this one out.
Yep.
She's actually doing a lot of damage, just no mana, so unable to combo there.
Aha!
Gets caught up.
You can't binding that!
Yeah, not able to use the black shield there.
Yeah, you can't binding a arena.
No, I was gonna think this could be a little bit of pressure on the mid lane, but Yorick not wanting to use the ultimate. Rift Herald is available after they've already put the first one down. So I believe the first one's name is Herald, and the second one's name is Shelly. That's what I've been hearing. So Shelly now under fire as the Ace Venturas look to do something here, and Lucian going in on the Yorick. The Maiden is out as well, though. Lucian has to be careful. He's got a 2-level
away
lead.
and dodges it.
Rooted up. Is that Lucian? Absolute Zero coming out. Not going to find anything just yet. Now Kaisa in a little bit of trouble. The Maiden running her down. Rift Herald started up. So Maokai and Amumu just going to take this one.
Oh, Kaisa just pressed her heal button. I don't think that's what you wanted to do, Kaisa, but okay, I guess. More power to you.
Yeah, may have been... Maybe Freddie Mercury's asking for all the resources. He said, hey, top me off here so that way I'm still able to be in this fight.
It's like, but I'm low. It's like, yeah, so win-win.
Culling coming out. Just going to find a little bit of damage, trying to push him off of this turret.
Yeah, I think he needs to pick up an Executioner's, or as I like to call it, an Avarice Blade.
Avarice Blade, yes.
Yeah, because for you boomers who remember that item.
Yeah. Yeah, Freddie Mercury now in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, he needs to flash.
He used his heal. Now here comes a move. Does have the ultimate available. Still tanking the turret here. Forced to flash away. Freddie Mercury picks up the kill onto Azir. Unfortunately in a very bad spot underneath the turret. And now unstoppable on that Lucian is Freddie Mercury.
It's, I don't think that the Azir wanted to be that.
Yeah, a little aggressive. Looking for the Shurima Shuffle, and it's hard on the Lucian. He has the flash available. He has the Relentless Pursuit, so even if you're able to put in a bad spot, he's really able to get out of it fairly easy.
Amumu.
I know, scummed the red buff away from the carrying Lucian. Now Maokai, they find out the Caitlyn.
Oh,
Greedy
and the
goes
flash
down.
is down, and the heal. Eek.
So a nice pick there from J-Rob. And another dragon going their way.
Alright. Doing better than last game. You have gotten now twice as many dragons.
Yeah, and a mountain dragon for the rest of this game. So these tanks only getting tankier.
Oh wow, that's actually really good for like 3 Earth Drakes. Like, they don't ever have to worry about if they get hit by like random skill shots or anything. The shield will take care of it for them.
Yeah, that shield feels so good. For anybody who doesn't know, it actually scales off of your AD, your AP, and your health. So really any way, yeah, bonus health, right? So any way that you're building, you're gonna get a nice shield. So it's not just good for the tanks.
It's good for everybody, even you.
And you're also going to get, if you do get 3 Mountain Drakes, 18% of each resistance. So,
yep.
I mean, the tanks are just getting tankier. The rich just get richer as Maokai bangs down this turret in the bottom lane.
Be right.
And a nice change of pace here as J-Rob getting the better of the game here. Takes that top lane turret, able to go down onto the bottom side and maybe take that one. Caitlyn pushes him off a little bit, but now York in a little bit of trouble on the top side. Wish coming down. Soraka ult will not be available. The culling out again. Captain grabs another one onto the Maokai, and Lucian and Amumu have spent more time in the top lane than they spent in their own lanes, it seems. Now 1-4-0 on that York is Volcron Gaming, and I would imagine this was their strategy. Try and tilt this York, who played so well in week number 2, as Nunu look for something
And
on the bottom
actually,
side
you
of
didn't
the map.
see it. There was actually a gank in the mid lane that the Morgana shielded the Kaisa from.
Oh, so she lived.
Oh, that
And now
binding!
a 2v2 on the bottom side. The ultimate coming out. Soul Shackles is on the Ignite as well. Okay, might be enough. Bramble Smash to knock him back. The heal coming out from the Maokai, but Caitlyn shuts him down. Now Mumu makes his way. He's got the ultimate.
You.
Curse of the Sad Mummy gonna lock him up, but now Mumu in a bad spot, stuck in the middle of 3, and just cannot die. As I say that, he goes down. Captain picks that one up in 2 shutdowns.
Now the Morgana also fell down too.
So a 3-for-1 in that bottom lane. A good teleport there from the York, and Nunu just refusing to go down, able to buy so much time and peel for the AD carry.
Executioner's calling everybody.
Yes, you need
Please buy it.
some kind of healing reduction. If not for that Nunu, for the Soraka. As soon as you see that pick being locked in, you immediately have to be thinking Executioner's calling, or if you're AP, looking for the Morellonomicon. Unfortunately, they don't have one of those. So I would hope to see it on the Lucian or the Kaisa here. The Executioner's calling soon.
And then Amumu hears that. It's like, that's what you think, switches full to AP build.
Yeah, builds the Abyssal Mask and then full AP from there. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Go ahead.
Caitlyn is big. She is bigger.
2,200 gold. She's going to be able to go back. Oh, there it is. Buys a rapid fire cannon. In full. And another BF sword. So she's going to be hitting hard. I believe she got 2 600 gold shutdowns.
What is that second BF sword into? Oh, that's the Storm Razor. Oh, she's building it incorrect order. Okay.
And that Infinity Edge just looks too good.
So the other good thing about Storm Razor, the fact that it gives attack speed, you can go Storm Razor, Berserker Greaves, IE. And that does so much damage.
Speaking of so much damage, Lucian look for something onto Soraka. The ultimate comes down. Everybody alive for now. Absolute Zero finds absolutely 0 damage on this team so far, but Yorick gonna pick the first one up. Kaisa is down, and now Amumu may fall as well, stuck in the middle of 4. Greedy picks that one up. So a 2-for-0 in favor of the aggressive Enchanters, and they did their best to put Greedy ahead early, and then eventually he just did it all himself. Nunu spent so much time on the bottom side of the map, and now that Caitlyn's sitting at 5-1-2 is so huge in these fights. Maokai doing a good job, though, making plays elsewhere. He knew that he didn't have enough time to teleport into the fight, and he takes the top turret, or the tier 2 top. I think it's funny, Lightning's in his player profile said that he likes to play anything with a bite. And so he picks the Nunu here.
Anything with a bite, so...
Anything, yeah.
Warwick, Nunu, Rek'Sai.
I had Volibear written down, just in case we may see that. Yeah, he also had 2 really good games on Zac. Their 2 wins against Gags Gaming, he was playing Zac. So he's got a pretty versatile champion pool in the jungle. Because I think one pick we weren't expecting was that Olaf, and he played it pretty masterfully.
Yeah, he was able to bully the Echo pretty well, but I also kind of feel like that one was
Maokai jumps in, look for something. There's the turret, though. It's actually not going to do anything. Freddie Mercury just picks up a kill. Wow.
Still no Executioners. Guys, I hate to tell you this, but you need to build an Executioners.
Yeah, as
You
this
have two
game goes
80
later,
carries, and they have 3 champions that have good healing power with Yorick's Q. It does heal you, plus he has Conqueror. Nunu's Q, and that's true damage. Well, to monsters and minions. And then you have Soraka that can heal everybody.
yeah, Freddie Mercury actually stepped up there, but Greedy getting the better
He got
of that trade.
the heavy nets somehow on the Lucian.
Biggest snowball ever. Not gonna find much, unfortunately. Nunu just he's trying so hard to make something happen, but he just can't.
Maybe next time, right?
Maybe next time, absolutely. Azir been pretty underwhelming as well now. Mumu goes in, maybe in a bad spot though. Nobody able to follow up.
No,
Absolute
Nunu
Zero
is...
coming out.
Oh, big heal from the Soraka.
Little bit of damage.
Mumu
Soraka
is
ult is going to be
taking a
used.
lot of
Nobody
damage.
falling.
Morgana
just
in the back
yet
line
here.
got her ultimate onto 3s. The Azir's already down. Nunu is now cleaned up. Mumu's trying to survive the little Yorick baby things. Oh no!
Just not enough there. Maokai picks it up though. So 3 for 0 in favor of the Ace Venturas, and they had just lost that last fight in the blue side jungle, so that's gotta feel good, and now they're looking to do the Baron.
Yeah, Mumu does finally get back into the pit. Now Maokai go ahead and tank up so Mumu isn't as low. Because Nunu, he does do a lot of damage, but they are nowhere near as close, so that'll be the Baron. Alright.
Clean Baron.
AV, they are now in the driver's seat. They can do this. They will get their win. I guarantee it. Like, maybe like 90% right now.
Yeah, they do have...
It's like, it's a 6k gold lead.
Yeah.
They have their superstar mid laner sub really far ahead. Like, holy crap. How much gold is that? Almost 5,000 gold above the Azir right now.
He actually purchased a Dark Seal.
Oh, he's so greedy.
So
Please
that's an
tell me
interesting
people in the
pickup.
chat got that joke. Please tell me people in the chat got that joke. I'm so alone. I'm so alone.
He's Lucian, not Caitlyn. Fortunately for him,
Actually went for the Bloodthirster, not Stormraiser.
Interesting. Maybe she's thinking that she's got to really do it herself in these team fights and make sure that she's healing up
Well,
nicely.
You can do that with the Stormraiser. You have fleet footwork.
That's true. So the turret falls on the top side of the map. If nobody's
Lucian
around,
going in onto the Nunu. Does
doesn't
get the
make a
flash
sound.
out of.
Dragon available here in just a moment. And I would imagine the smart play here is just to concede that dragon. It's not soul for anybody, and it may not be worth it to fight and lose another fight, especially when you've got a Baroned out team.
This is not the fight that you take. It's the next one that you take. Because you accept that, okay, the blue side has this Drake, that's fine, I guess. Get better positioning. They didn't do their due diligence with their mid and top lane, so just go ahead and take away their positioning so they can't get anything else.
Yeah, they may be in a little bit of trouble here, though. They're in the wrong side of the map, and Yorick
They're
actually...
realizing this.
He used his teleport.
Maokai just ults and just says, alright, either there or... Oh, well, Mumu just flashes in!
Yeah, the bandage toss, unfortunately, only going to find a minion now.
Soraka
Godlike
already
is
down.
that Lucian. Soraka goes down, so that ultimate not available. Here comes the Absolute Zero, the Streamer Shuffle, trying to get away to safety, but just so much damage. J-Rob picks up one. Azir trades it back, but he goes down. Now a 1 for 3 across the board.
Oh, Kate missed her heavy net, but is critting hard onto the Lucian.
A whole heap of damage there. And even though he's got such a big lead, Lucian forced away from the Caitlyn there. Maybe the Bloodthirster pick was the
Okay,
play.
Lucian, I get that you have a Dark Seal at 10 stacks, but you don't need a Mage Eyes.
I would hope he doesn't build that
I
way.
hope you sell your Corrupting Potion at the least, because while yes, you do kind of scale with AP, I guess, a little bit. What, your W does AP, and your ultimate does AP, but like, come on, dude. Sell at least the Corrupting Potion so I don't feel like as bad. And get an
Right.
Executioners, please.
Yeah, that could play huge as we go later into the game, especially because now Caitlyn gonna be life stealing like crazy. And then again, we've already
Yeah,
harped on
we've
it so
already talked
much.
about this. Like, please recognize you need healing reduction.
Yeah, Yorick's
Don't go
actually
for like
just
a Black Cleaver or something stupid like that. Please don't.
Yorick. He gets away unscathed. He walked in, and he was
Yeah,
in
I
the middle of
saw him.
4 members.
Lucian, why aren't you backing? Ah!
Lucian wants to donate 1,000 gold. That's what it looks like he wants to
It
do.
looks like that too, yeah.
He's looking to give that up. He is sitting on 2,000 gold, so it'll be interesting to see what he decides to buy here.
Ha. I always think that when people like have those kinds of abilities and you just run at Morgana with them, I'm like, ha.
Just Black Shield, nothing.
Just walk away. Like, because even if it matches it for the damage, the Black Shield will absorb the CC of it.
Yeah.
So you just walk away.
So I was looking at Lucian's build. He sold the Dark Seal. He bought a Hex Drinker, then changed his mind and bought a BF Sword. So he's going Glass Cannon Chad build here.
He didn't even get an exit.
Yeah, no executioner.
And Kai's not going for one either. She's going for an IE, I think.
This, I mean, they're able to blow that Soraka up. That last fight, they deleted her immediately.
Well, it's not even just the Soraka at this point, though, is the problem. Because you have now 4 champions that have this absurd healing. Oh no! Amumu has been caught! I've been found!
Something.
I have been found out! I've been bamboozled!
Freddie Mercury actually gets pushed back into his...
Freddie Mercury, what are you doing?
Very scary spot, but he turns it around there. He's got the culling down onto Soraka, or onto Caitlyn rather. They're trying to find the kills.
Oh no!
Redemption comes out. Nobody dead just
yet.
yet.
He has to walk away. He has to walk away. Everybody, full retreat, full retreat.
Nunu finally goes down. Maokai flashes away, trying to stay safe, but the Piltover Peacemaker picks that one up. So a 1-for-1 and another shutdown.
Does not have his ultimate, but he's positioning as if he does
he
have
jumps
it. Caitlyn
in and
go down.
Wow. Yorick though still very healthy.
Silence stops Lucian from chasing.
Freddie Mercury grabs a double kill there. A 2-for-4 overall, and again, this could be another Baron.
Yep. So for those of you at home who are watching, while yes, if you are in this position, you're doing great, you're doing a lot of damage, you're killing the people that are healing, Executioner's calling, like, the amount of effective gold would be insane for this team comp.
Yeah, definitely one of the better of the cost efficient items to really nullify all of the healing across the board. And Dragon gonna be spawning in here in just a moment, and I don't know if Ace Venturas are going to be there in time. And if you're the aggressive enchanters, you do not want to concede this dragon. You would hate to see that soul going in favor. But you're down 8,000 gold, so now you have to make a decision. Is this something that we give up and then maybe fight for the Elder Dragon? Or are we going to go for this so that way the next dragon, it's really a brawl for the soul? And now Maokai with the ultimate.
Oh, Mumu just flashing in again. Caitlyn and Kaisa. Oh, jeez. Kaisa's getting real low.
And Caitlyn goes down, pops the GA though. Maokai onto the backside, going in greedy, in a lot of trouble here, but he is just going to be able to kite out so far. Bramble Smash going to slow him down, and now Kaisa looking for something onto the Azir. Azir dies over the... as the redemption keeps Caitlyn safe, and now J-Rob in a bad spot. But there is the Dragon Soul, a 2-for-0, so just such a clean fight. And the Dragon on the back end, and just shy of a 10,000 gold lead now.
And though nobody has gotten an Executioner's Calling, Amumu did actually pick up a Thornmail. So now at least when like Caitlyn or Yorick is hitting it, he'll be able to stop that.
Amumu actually going in here. He doesn't have the ultimate.
He doesn't have the
ultimate. He's just going to try and run him down. They're in between the tier 2 and the tier 3 turrets, though.
Oh, but does get the Q on the Caitlyn.
Freddie Mercury now legendary 13-0 and 8 on that Lucian pick as Nunu surely will fall. He picks nothing up, unfortunately.
Oh god, this Lucian is so big.
Yeah, and he's still got the GA too, so even though you want that shutdown gold, you just can't get it. Maokai huge as well. You've got 3 Mountain Drakes. You're getting 18% armor and magic resistance on top of all of that you've already built. 245
yeah, and it's
armor.
not like it's based off of your bonus percentage either. It's whatever you had.
Yeah, just flat.
Free bonus. So Lelouchen, he has 45 MR, though I don't think he has much in the way of the rune to give him magic resistance. It looks like he actually went for the armor rune. If I look at it, no, he went for health.
Health instead.
And seeing in the chat, yeah, you got to think Lucian would be banned next game. There's just one problem in that observation, sir. There is no next game tonight, at least. We are not best of 3s.
Best of 2s only, but Freddie Mercury will be banned as he is just a sub, so he's only filling in. And now Nunu gets caught up, not able to get away there.
Nice binding from the Morgana. That was good.
Yeah, and just really roaming together. This is something that you want to see. They're playing a little bit more together this game as Nature's Grass comes out. Mumu goes in as well. A whole lot of damage now, and Greedy goes down as they continue to push. The Azir turret going to halt the push for just a moment, but that will fall.
She's looking, and then she lands it on the minion.
The binding not going to find its mark. But again, it's going to be a 3v5 here as Lucian goes over the wall and deletes that Soraka. Now he's trying to find the damage onto Yorick. Yorick Sterks going to keep him alive for now, but Azir in a very bad spot. He uses that Emperor's Divide, but a double kill for the Lucian, and now Yorick the only standing member for a few moments here as the Nexus turret actually falling to the super minions. And now it's up to the 2 tanks, Yorick and Nunu, to try and keep this base safe. But with super minions pushing in, this may be the end. Caitlyn up in 5 seconds. Biggest snowball ever coming out now, trying to find something. They're not going to find their target as the second Nexus turret under fire. Now Freddie Mercury in a little bit of trouble. He does have that GA to keep himself up for now. Redemption coming out now, going to keep Nunu alive as well. He's forced to retreat into the fountain, but the Nexus under fire. A couple more auto attacks should finish this off as Maokai goes down to the fountain. Lucian finds another one onto that Nunu. York in a bad spot, but surely game 2 going the way of aced Venturas.
Freddie Mercury, get in my backpack. We're going to victory. And that'll be the first win for Aced Venturas of the season. They can still turn it around, everybody. Top 4 teams do get into playoffs, even in the 5 division team leagues. So they still have a shot. That nobody is out just yet. They can still do it. Let's take a look at those damage graphs.
Can only imagine how this looks. That's insane.
Oh boy, that's a big boy.
Almost 67,000
more
damage.
Than double. That's over double.
That's
the
almost
next closest.
The enemy team's added. A little bit less, but that's scary damage.
Calculate. It's not, but
It's pretty close. It's like
It's pretty
15K
close.
off. If they didn't have Nunu, that would almost be spot on. That is insane.
So it's about 17K off. Or
17.
sorry. One. Did I math that right? Yeah, 17K off from the entire team's damage. So just
So
add any
strong.
one of his teammates onto that damage, and they match it.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that's to be expected, right? 18 at
I
0
I
and
think I
1
know where the
or
MVP
11.
vote is going for that game.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that I
I
mean,
I think that's deserved.
a solid game. And again, coming off of a loss, they're on their back foot. They're down in the this on the season now 0 and 3, and they're able to come back. And I think that just really shows, like just the testament and the heart of the team. Lucian did also buy the Mortal Reminder as his last item, so I
Ah,
mean, can we harp
he
on him
he
that
eventually listened to
much?
it.
Yeah.
And it does look like the Kai'Sa is actually going for Zonia's, so she wasn't anywhere near close. Um, but yeah, so congratulations to that. The only other source of healing mitigation they had for the longest time was the Morgana's Ignite. So uh,
Right.
cou- I think the chat would agree that MVP should go to the Morgana because she black shielded the Lucian.
Black Shielded Illusion, exactly. Lucian had
I can agree. I can see it.
29 out of 34 kill participation. He was
Jesus.
all over the map.
He was popping.
But I mean, nobody should be hanging their heads. The aggressive enchanters now go 3 and 3 on the season, as the Ace Venturas
Three,
are now 1 and 3.
3 and 3. No, the 3-1 to 1-3.
3 and 1 to 1 and 3. No, because the aggressive enchanters were 2 and 2 coming into this.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
because they
so
they
they are
played
clean.
that sneaky set against the Gags Gaming.
Mhm.
So yeah, like you're saying, I mean, nobody's really counted out, and we're seeing that the bottom of the pack teams, or what seem like the bottom of the pack teams, are able to compete with the middle of the pack teams, which I would imagine translates into beating the top of the pack teams.
Just go ahead and take this match to be a 1-1. So now we can go ahead and take a look at the standings page, and we see that currently it is first place with Clout 7 with the 4-0. Aggressive Enchanters at 3-3. In second place technically because they have played their match. Mundolicious at 2-2. Ace Venturas at 1-3, and Gags Gaming at 0-2. So Gags Gaming, their match also was played tonight, so hopefully they had their win tonight. But let's see if we have anybody that wants to get in for an interview real quick, just for like a minute or so. It looks like everybody's leaving, so I think we're not having because everybody's already pretty much dipped. All right. Well, congratulations to both teams for putting their heart out tonight. We look forward to seeing you next time. Any closing remarks, Peanut?
Now, just an awesome series. It's great to see it go 1 and 1 rather than just a 2-0, and just to really see how close these teams are in skill. Like you said, nobody's counted out, so it's great to see that both of these teams were putting their best foot forward tonight.
Yeah, and that really does sell for playoffs later when we see it's like, yeah, these teams they went 1-1, so gonna have to see what happens next time. Yep. So good night, everybody. See you games tomorrow. I do a little checking here. We have Team Renegatus versus Broken R Buttons tomorrow at 8 p.m. Currently, there's nobody set up for casting that match, so if you're interested, give Shadow 2097 a shout out. So with that, I will go ahead and wrap this up with my wonderful co-caster who I've been talking over a lot.
Oh, I don't mind, man. Do your thing. I'm just excited to be here, and I know that somebody's got to run the show, right? We both can't be running it.
Well, I'm dying, so I could probably run it a little bit less.
Yeah, I had a good,
All
I had a
right.
good time, and I'm excited to see how this season unfolds.
Yeah, so with that, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I am Ansem. This has been Peanut. Welcome back to the stream team, and we shall see you later. Good night, everybody.
Peace.